There is a growing number of more progressive member states in Europe which are allowing, under IFMD, that alternative investment funds are offered to categories of investors that are not the professionals, which the IFMD is sort of, a regime for, but share some of the characteristics of the professional investors, but in essence they are treated more as retail. We looked already at what happens in Italy with this new regime for semi-professional investors, and today we are looking at another long-standing similar regime, which is the one of the semi-professional investors in Germany. Semi-professional investors in Germany is a topic that many managers might want to consider, right? Because if you are after the business of the German family office, you might want to know how to be authorized to market to this type of investors, because family offices in Germany would most likely fall under this client classification, if you like. How the German regime classifies the semi-professional investors? Same as other regime, the size of the ticket, the amount of the investment will largely dictate whether we are dealing with a semi-professional investor or not. On the one end of the spectrum, if you're investing 10 million euros into a fund, into an opportunity, you are for sure a semi-professional investor. But also if you're investing 200,000 euros, right, you can be considered a semi-professional investor, but in this case there is more governance, more requirements surrounding a suitability assessment, a knowledge assessment for that type of investor. And basically this is where you should involve, unless you have a license to operate in Germany, an entity that can sort of deal with the distribution of this product. Why it's important to look at this regime? Because same as in Italy, in Germany also marketing to semi-professional investor has some additional requirements, like the one of producing a PRIIPs kit and the one of potentially offering local facilities in Germany. So on the regime for the offer of alternative investment funds to semi-professional investors in Germany, Germany opted in for this right or faculty provided under IFMD, whereby member states in Europe are allowed to open certain categories of AIFs to their retail investor. The semi-professional investor as such is sharing part of the characteristics of a professional investor, and that's largely about their knowledge, but in essence they are considered as a retail investor. And so what are the consequences of this? As part of the authorization process, you will have to, as you're looking at these semi-professional investors as retail clients, there are two more things you will need to do. The first one is produce a PRIIPs kit. The second one is offer local facilities in Germany. For what concerns the PRIIPs kit, the answer comes from the Q&As that the various European supervisory authority put together on the topic of the PRIIPs kits, right? So there is a clear acknowledgement that in certain member states there are more varied and additional client categories. These client categories all fall under the retail category, because the professional client type of category is set, and this is the only case where you don't need to produce a PRIIPs kit. To the contrary of the Italian regime on semi-professional, where there is more clearly, more apparently, a requirement to appoint a local facility. In Germany is less clear, but the same argument about semi-professional investors leaning more towards the retail than the professional justifies the appointment of a local facility. And BaFin also clarified that the function of the local facility can be split amongst different entities. So you can have an entity that is licensed locally to deal with the payments, and another entity which can be digital as well, that deals with all the rest. There is more to come on European distribution. As always, thank you for watching and stay tuned.